Hello YouTube, B3 here, back with another kicking action figure review. Today's review is over the Marvel Legends Infinite Series Amazing Spider-Man 2 Electro figure from the Ultimate Green Goblin. Build-A-Figure Wave. Yeah, he's really cool. I say really cool, and I also mean a tiny bit disappointing. But he's both, actually. I love him, and at the same time, I wish he was better. I'll get to that. But yeah, I was gonna wait and pick him up after I saw the movie, but he's obviously going to be extremely difficult to find, and when I do find him, he'll probably be extremely expensive if I do that. So I saw him today in Target, and I snatched him right up, along with Superior Spider-Man. And that was, by today, I mean January 14th, 2014. But he is a super duper 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 neat figure. I mean, you can tell Hasbro tried. Like, they didn't just, throw together some figure with just, like old pieces of other figures repainted with like maybe a new head sculpt and that's it. No, they really tried on this guy. Everything on him seems new to me. I don't really collect a lot of Marvel Legends. I really only get Spider-Man stuff now. So I'm not really sure. I haven't been in Marvel Legends from the beginning. But he's pretty cool. I mean, let's take a look at him. As you can see, he's got this cool, clear, translucent plastic head. I'm not sure if I think he looks like Jamie Foxx. I really don't think he looks like Jamie Foxx, but it is a good head sculpt. I mean, blue, he's got those white eyes going, and he has these little technical parts all over him, as you can see. And we'll get to the other head sculpt in a second. That's right, interchangeable freaking heads. And then you have this nice silver neck, and it's a little hard to tell it's silver on the camera, but it is, and it looks pretty good, actually. And then here's where he starts to go big time Spider-Man on us, if anyone has that figure, where they kind of tried to make it look like he's lighting up, which I don't blame them for, because the character's just like straight black, except for the skin. But didn't work out so well. I guess these are like electrodes on his shoulder. As I said, movie's not out yet while I'm reviewing this guy. The reason I was actually going to wait to get him, I'm not sure if I said this, because I wanted to see if I liked the figure. Liked the character first. But, whatever. Because see, there's nothing on the back, but it's on the shoulders and on the torso, here, front torso. So, not too sure what to think, but I guess those are electrodes or something. And he's got straight black on the way down. Got this nice sculpt, a little more electrode looking things here. This kind of reminds me of Man of Steel. Anyone else? That design right there? Man of Steel? No? Just me? Well, it's Man of Steel. And he has this silver paint on his kneecaps, so they are trying to incorporate more colors into here. And it's just a real nice sculpt all the way down with all these boots. And look at these hands, these they're just cackling, and they're also translucent, but really cool. So you can have him attacking Spider-Man. He's got the glow there as well. But yeah, so how about some articulation now? The head looks up an okay amount, I suppose. Down, an okay amount. Not a bad amount, but side to side on the head, and you can kind of just tilt it a bit and do a little forward and back, since it is interchangeable and has a little more movement. Not the best ab crunch in the world. You gotta kind of kind of forward and back a little bit. But whatever, at least it's detailed all the way up. And then arms go in and out, not as far as they could because of the electrodes, but as far as they really need to, because you got forward and back and a bicep swivel, so it's not that bad. And you got double elbow bend, wrist rotation, and also this forward and back on the hands, which is pretty cool. And of course you have a waist joint, and then you have in and out on the legs, forward and back on the legs, thigh swivel, double knee bend. And a really cool point of articulation I'm not used to having on my Legends is this this point right here on the shin. That's really cool and new. And you have up and down on the foot, which doesn't go up high because of the boots But you do have that ankle pivot, so that's pretty sweet. Bottom of the feet are detailed, and you have peg holes. So yeah, pretty neat figure. But now I'm going to show you his awesome accessories. And here we have Electro with his interchangeable parts. That's right, as you can see here, he has a different head sculpt, which is really exactly the same, except he has these, like, this energy coming out of his eyes, which I guess is cool, and a cool little option. I guess trying to make up for the rather bland figure. You know, bland compared to the rest of the line, anyways. But I would have liked it more if it was cackling up, but I'm just glad they gave it to us, to be honest. Oh, I would have liked it if he was, like, screaming, too, like he was just powering up. Like a Saiyan. And then we got these interchangeable hands, which I'm really thankful for, because I didn't think it came with them at first. They were kind of hidden in the packaging, you know? And glad he came with them, because there's lots of posing and stuff you might want to do that's, you know, not electric shock related. The problem with these is, though, they aren't frickin' sprayed this neon blue like his forearms. I mean, the joints are blue, as you can see right there. You know, but it's like he still has the blue from giving off the electrical energy, but he's not giving off the electrical energy, so it looks a little awkward, personally, like Big Time Spider-Man's back. That's what it's like. So, yeah, I mean, that's that. Now we'll get into some size comparisons. Now, here's Electro with some other recent Spider-Man figures, and also my two most recent Spider-Man pickups, you know, on the 14th. First off, here he's with the Marvel Legends Scarlet Spider, Kane. And Scarlet Spider, it might be a little tiny smidgen taller or not. You know, it's really hard to tell with these guys. But, yeah, you know, I think they go good together. Because you gotta remember, though, he's got a more comic book build, and this guy has a more movie realistic build. So, you gotta think about that before you know, really compare them. But, you know, I think they could fight. I think that'd be fine, even though his head's much bigger than his head. And then here he is with the Superior Spider-Man figure from the same wave, who also came with a Green Goblin Build-A-Figure piece. And I forgot to mention that he came with instructions in my review of him. I reviewed both these guys already, by the way. So if you want to check out the reviews, check them out! But, yeah, I forgot to mention that. I'll mention that in a sec when I show his Build-A-Figure piece here. But I think they scale up well together. Once again, movie build, comic build, but they are both, you know, figures Hasbro tried really hard on and really succeeded on Spider-Man. But, you know, Electro might be a smidgen taller than Superior or the same size, you know. So, yeah, looks like he scales up well with other Marvel Legends. Now here's Electro with some other movie figures. First off, the Avengers Mark 6 Iron Man, which has been reused several times. So if you're a big Marvel Legends or big Marvel movie collectors, you might have him in your collection. And I think they scale up well together because Iron Man's bigger, as he should be, because he's covered in armor, and a little taller, maybe the same size, thinking same size. But, you know, I think they look cool together. They could fight. And then here's with another Amazing Spider-Man figure, the Amazing Spider-Man Lizard. That was a Walmart exclusive. But yeah, you know, I think they look pretty cool together. My Lizard's a little hunched over. I like my Lizard hunched. But yeah, I think they look cool together. I would like to see that team up. It probably won't. Might get a cool Sinister Six movie, which is in the talks. It's in the talks. But I don't know. But I think these figures look cool together. So that's awesome too. Scales up well with your other Marvel movie figures. Now finally, here is with some Marvel Select figures. First off, the Marvel Select Amazing Spider-Man from the first movie, who's way too big for Electro here. I feel like Electro should be bigger than the Amazing Spider-Man. You know, just a little bit. I mean, he looks that way in the trailer, the first trailer, which is the only trailer I watch for movies anymore, because all trailers are filled with spoilers now. Thanks, Iron Man 3, for ruining that entire movie with your trailers. Anyways, here he is with Ultron, also from Marvel Select. If you like your Ultrons the same size as, you know, your Marvel characters, like your regular height, you might want to pick up the Iron Man 3 one, which I probably should do at some point. But, because I love Ultron. But we'll get another one soon, I guess, ish, in a year. But anyways, yeah. If you like your Ultron bigger, this scales up well. If you like bigger Ultrons, but if you like, normal sized Ultrons, then the Ultrons you're going to want to get are the Iron Man 3 ones. But I think this one looks cool with my guys, so I'm perfectly down with him being with my Legends. So he's not going to scale up well with your regular, human Marvel Selects, but your big characters, you might be able to work him with. Because I'm going to get the Rhino eventually, because I don't feel like we're going to get an Amazing Spider-Man 2 Rhino, and the movie's kind of making me want a Rhino figure. And I hear the Select one's fantastic, so I'm going to get that. And I'll see how he scales with my Legends and stuff eventually. But yeah, so he scales up great with your Legends, but not so much with your Selects. And here are the instructions I was talking about, because it's impossible to figure out how to put this figure together without them. Not. It's got Amazing Spider-Man 2 up top, and the only difference between that one and the Superior one is the Superior one has a comic Spider-Man up top. And the Build-A-Figure piece is this awesome arm with this detachable flame for Ultimate Green Goblin. So that's pretty awesome. So what are my final thoughts on the Marvel Infinite Series Electro from the Amazing Spider-Man 2? Well, not the best figure in my collection, but he's not the worst either. I think he's really cool. I can obviously tell Hasbro tried really hard to make him the best figure they could with the design they had. Now, if you're a fan of classic Electro, this might not be the guy for you, but if you like the Ultimate Universe Electro, I don't believe there is a 6-inch Marvel Legends scale figure of him out, or even a figure of him. Like, I have no idea. So if you want an Ultimate Electro, this guy's probably a good pickup for you, because Amazing Spider-Man's kind of taking the Ultimate approach. Who knows? Maybe they'll kill him. Anyways, yeah, so Electro, but if you're not into the movie universes, which most comic book fans are because they're all pissy divas and they can't handle change, and if you're not into the Ultimate Universe, this might not be the figure for you. Sorry, it might not be. I mean, it comes with lots of improvements. Interchangeable hands, interchangeable head, original sculpt, great stuff. They paid a lot of attention to this figure, but the blue on him looks a little weird. Because I mean, they put the silver paint on his neck and on his knees, and they tried to give him as much color as they could, because he was just going to be like a standard black figure with maybe a few silver parts in a few places, and then the head sculpt. But they gave him as much as they could. The head and hands pop on and off really easily. The articulation in the feet's a little hindered, and the articulation on the top of the arms is a little hindered. It's not the best ab crunch in the world. I mean, it sounds like just a long list of complaints, but there are a lot of good things about this figure too. There really are. Scales up great. He's got that nice translucency on his shock hands and on his heads. I mean, he's really cool. I'm going to give this figure 3 out of 5 stars. I feel like that's a good point for him. 3 because he's not a bad figure. He's not a bad figure. He's just not a great figure. He's no Superior Spider-Man. He's no, I don't know, he's no Black Cat. He's no Amazing Spider-Man 2. He's Electro, but that's not a bad thing. It's just not a spectacular thing. So, yeah, that's it, you guys. 3 out of 5 stars. So remember to rate, comment, and subscribe, and check out the Figpla podcast on Podbean, Stitcher, on my main channel, B3 Productions. It's also on there. If you don't want to go to Podbean or Stitcher, you can just listen to it on YouTube from my main channel, B3 Productions. And also, be sure to check out my other channels other than this one in B3 Productions. You also got Super Friends Benefits. It's my gaming channel, and it's not just video games. It's also card games and stuff. So if you like my Pokemon card videos, my Power Ranger card videos, My Little Pony card videos, then be sure to, check out that. Got some cool stuff over there, hauls and etc. You guys love hauls. And also Facebook, Twitter, The Slender Happening. Did I mention we'll follow you back on Twitter? Because I don't think I did. And all kinds of cool stuff in the link in the description below. Last review, all kinds of awesome stuff, you guys. So please be sure to check it all out. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe as well. Your feedback is always welcome, unless you're being a total doucher. Just, don't be a jerk. actual feedback, even if you didn't like the video, is always appreciated. And thank you all so much for supporting me and watching this. And check out Corticon, who I also do fake play with. Check out his YouTube channel. And that's it. So thank you so much, you guys. As I said, rate, comment, subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching. 3 out of 5 stars, and I'll see you all later.